to another episode of On the Record. I am your Marion County Recorder, Faith Kimbrough.
And I am your Chief Deputy Recorder, J.R. Ryder.
And today we have an iconic show for you and a little surprise. We're not going to be in studio. We're actually going down into the community.
We are here at Long's Bakery, the iconic Long's Bakery, also known as Long's Donuts. And we're here today, of course, with Recorder Kimbrough, and we are here with the owner of Long's Bakery. Her name is Crystal Smith. Crystal, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So everybody in Indianapolis knows Long's Donuts. So tell us, when did you actually start? When did Long's open?
My great-grandfather opened the bakery with my grandma in 1955. They actually lived in the house up front, and they built a bakery in their backyard. And that's kind of what it's come to be today.
And of course, you have a second location. When did that open up?
The second location opened in 1987. It is on Southport Road, 2301 East Southport Road.
So I have a question, and don't get me. I've been coming here for years, and just today, I came around the corner and I said, is that a house? I did not know that it was connected to a house. And so can you tell us a little bit about, being small, I guess, running around. So was it originally, so it was a house, and then is it still in its original form? Did you guys make changes? And tell us a little bit how that was for you coming up and knowing that, I guess it was getting to go to work from the house to the kitchen, I guess? Or, yeah.
So since we are family owned and oriented, my grandma lived in the house until the early 2000s, and but my grandpa passed away in 1984. So my grandparents, they bought the house in 1955, and then they literally built a bakery in their backyard. And that was my grandma and grandpa, Carl and Mildred Long. They had 2 kids, but my grandma Reinhardt, which is Carol Reinhardt, she met my grandpa here. He was a baker doing dishes when he was 13. And then she grew up in that house, and they got married when she was 17 and 19, and then they had 3 kids, and then they ended up owning the bakery, and now it's us. So we're 4th generation owners. We grew up here. The house has always been part of our lives. I mean, I grew up pretty much coming here all the time with my grandma living in the house into the early 2000s. And then now we kind of transitioned it into offices, storage, parts. My dad works on everything here, the fryer, the proof boxes, he does everything. So there's a part for everything in there. So when something goes down, we got it in the house. So the house actually has a basement under it, and there's actually a basement under the bakery too. So we have storage, yeah.
Now, being well known here in Indianapolis, I'm sure you've had your fair share of celebrities or known people that have come by and paid tribute to Long's Donuts.
Of course, yeah.
So could you name a few?
Oh.
1, 2?
Well, we just had our interview with Netflix and Caitlin Clark and David Letterman. They were on the Netflix in early April, so that was a lot of fun. We do get a lot of race car drivers here, especially from the month of May. But over the years, I mean, even when I was a kid in the 80s, Michael Jackson came here. So, which is crazy as that is.
King of Pop. Now, when did Michael?
I do not remember. I was a kid and I was watching through the window because they said that he was here with his big, his entourage. But back then, they would come with people. Now they probably would send somebody to get donuts for him. But we get Pacer players in here and Colts players. Lots of different people come in here on a regular basis.
So historically, the building, what about the equipment? I heard that you may have a machine that's about 100 years old.
Yeah. So, I mean, my dad can work on, like I said, about anything. So our cookie machine is over 100 years old. He's kind of just rebuilt it parts after parts, but it works probably better than what you can buy today. So yeah, our cookie machine, our cookie cutter is over 100 years old. She's not pretty looking, but she sure does the job.
Wow. Well, keeping it in the family, tell us who this young man is back here behind us.
This is my husband, Robbie. So yes, now it is me, my brothers, my cousin Adam, my husband. So all the owners are actual bakers. So just like my husband, he's an owner, but he's baking out here every day. Except me, I kind of do all the behind the scenes stuff. So
as I told you before, I am your Marion County Recorder. And in my office, we do hold public records of property transactions, such as liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. Come on. Liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. Liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. And since we do hold deeds in our office, we would like to present to you today a copy of the original deed of this building.
Oh my gosh, that is so neat. Oh wow, that is so cool. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, thank you for allowing us to come out and share this moment. We appreciate you again as a very iconic landmark here in the city of Indianapolis.
So, Crystal, I have a question.
Okay.
Is this sign still original, or have you guys done anything to it?
Now, this is the original sign. My great-grandpa Carl Long put it in 1955, and back then in 1955, this sign cost us $5,000, or him, which is crazy for 1955. But it's been iconic to us. People know the sign, and we've kept it original.
And I think the weather knows the sign too, so they didn't tear it down or anything. So it was meant to be.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for answering that
Thank
question.
you.
Thank you.
So how exciting is that? That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And JR, I really think that today's show was a sweet success.